Who are the main people in cognitive psychology? Donders showed that mental processes could be studied scientifically, even though they cannot be seen directly. In 1868, he used reaction time experiments to infer how long it takes to make a decision. Simple reaction time involved one stimulus and one response. Choice reaction time involved choosing between responses. The difference between them estimated decision time. Wundt founded the first laboratory of scientific psychology in Leipzig in 1879. His structuralist approach tried to analyze conscious experience into basic elements. He used analytic introspection, where trained observers describe their conscious experiences. Ebbinghaus studied memory scientifically in 1885. He used nonsense syllables to study learning and forgetting. His savings method measured how much faster material was relearned compared with the original learning. His forgetting curve showed that forgetting is rapid at first, then slows. William James wrote Principles of Psychology in 1890. He focused on the function of the mind, including attention, consciousness, habit, and how mental processes help us adapt. Watson founded behaviourism in 1913. Behaviourism rejected the study of the mind because mental processes could not be directly observed. Watson argued that psychology should study observable behavior and stimulus-response relationships. Skinner developed operant conditioning in 1938. He showed that behavior is shaped by consequences. Reinforced behavior becomes more likely. Punished behavior becomes less likely. Chomsky challenged behaviorist explanations of language. He argued that language cannot be explained only by imitation and reinforcement, because children can produce sentences they have never heard before. Turing asked whether machines can think. The Turing test judges whether a machine can behave intelligently enough in conversation that a human judge cannot tell it is a machine. Searle criticized strong artificial intelligence with the Chinese room argument. He argued that a computer can manipulate symbols correctly without truly understanding their meaning. Broadbent proposed a filter model of attention. His model suggested that information enters the mind and is filtered so that only selected information receives further processing. Atkinson and Shiffrin proposed a modal model of memory. They divided memory into sensory memory, short-term memory, and long-term memory with control processes such as rehearsal. Baddeley developed the working memory model. He argued that short-term memory is not passive storage but an active system with the phonological loop, visuospatial sketchpad, central executive and episodic buffer. Tulving distinguished episodic memory from semantic memory. Episodic memory is memory for personally experienced events. Semantic memory is general knowledge about facts and meanings. Craik and Tulving developed levels of processing theory. They showed that deep meaning-based processing usually leads to better memory than shallow processing based on surface features. Bartlett showed that memory is reconstructive in the War of the Ghost study. People changed the story when recalling it so that it fitted their own schemas and expectations. Loftus study the misinformation effect. She showed that misleading information after an event can change what people remember. potential state to a goal state by using operators. Kahneman and Tversky studied judgment and decision making. They showed that people use heuristics or mental shortcuts, which can be useful, but can also create bias. Core idea: cognitive psychology moved from early measurement of the mind to behaviorism's rejection of the mind, and then back to the study of hidden mental processes through experiments, behavior, and models.